Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Cave Platypus, and today we're going to be checking out the incredibly talented PikminJake's Lego Chatacabra from Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, just getting straight into it, this figure, it looks like it jumped straight from the game. Yes, I said jumped, it's a frog. Hush. Just looking at the detail in the sculpting of the head, the Devil Joe-esque osteoderms, I think they are. If you know, you know. The gorilla-like forearms, which, interesting fact, by the way, this, despite being a frog, actually uses the big gorilla monkey skeleton that monsters like Kongalala and Rajang use. And of course, his tongue is beautiful. If you open his mouth, you can see even more of that pink, fleshy, I want to say goodness. Goodness does not feel right. It is not goodness, it's grossness, but greatness, I guess. Look at the patterning on the legs and the back. Just looks incredible. And with that aside, well, with talking about his little looks, we can get into his posability. You just saw it a little bit already, but his arms can go, oh goodness. So, this is a great opportunity to talk about. He, of course, is a Lego, and Legos tend to fall apart. So, if you're not extremely careful, you will end up knocking off tiny pieces like this one, which, of course, just go right back here on the, goodness, hard to do one-handed, sorry. Right there on the upper arm, and he's good as new. But anyway, arm goes forward about that far safely, back about that far safely if you don't want to start knocking things off. Doesn't really spread that far, but it does allow him to get a good little gorilla stance. His head is on a ball joint, so it can go a full 360 around. I'm sorry, Chatacabra, I just snapped your neck a little bit. You can look side to side, look up, not super far, and that's another piece falling off. Again, relatively fragile. These are definitely not meant for, like, they're not meant for playing. They're definitely display with, you know, taken down, pose them a little bit, just kind of finagle them, but definitely, absolutely. There's a couple models that I would recommend for a younger child. Like some of the smaller ones are, you know, pretty fragile. Or I'm so sorry, pretty sturdy. Some of the bigger ones are more the fragile ones. Some of the bigger ones absolutely have, like, they have. I'm so sorry. They have a little more bulk to them. Little more, they're not as easy to destroy. This guy, unfortunately, is an unhappy middle ground where he's pretty small and you want to play with him. You know, he's got just the right amount of posability where you really want to play with him. But if you do, just be warned, I guess. His legs are, so his little feetsies are on these little ball joints. They can kick forward about that far, back about that far, go around. His ankles, or I'm sorry, his thighs are on ratchets like that, so they can kick forward and back. He can spread about that far. And another piece just fell off. You're probably going to hear me say that a lot. It's, this guy's pretty fragile. But, you know, he makes up for it with looking the part. Now, let's get right into size comparisons now, because his posability, unfortunately, is honestly nothing to write home about. Oh, wait, I did forget one. He's got wrist articulation. Fingers are individually articulated. Can go out like that, down like that. Wrist can go full 360 if you really want it to. But other than that, pretty standard gorilla/gorilla frog articulation. But let's get into the size comparisons. Here we have him alongside PikminJake's fellow brother and goof Dodogama, or Dodogama. As you can see, very similar size. If you hold them up by the bellies, carefully, of course. Flip them belly up. You can see this is really awkward to get a comparison for. I'll hopefully have to sort it out by next video. Let me just try moving the camera back. Oh god, dead Chatacabra. Around the same length is what I'm trying to say. Apart from the tail, of course. Dodogama has a tail, Chatacabra doesn't. Right, with him out of the way. Here we have Chatacabra next to Studio Series Transformers 1 Optimus Prime. Only in robot mode because I don't want to put him in vehicle mode. You know, scales pretty well together, so if you've got a Transformers collection and you want to just chuck this guy on your shelf alongside some of your figures, he'll fit right in. You know, have Optimus, wow. Not that he would do that, he's Optimus Prime. He wouldn't just bully a defenseless frog. Here we have Chatacabra next to the Hammond Collection, Blue the Velociraptor. From top to bottom, or from snout to tail, pretty close to... Blue does not want to stand up right now. Top to bottom, around the same length. Actually, weirdly close to the same length. Huh, I didn't realize that. So I guess these two scale perfectly together. Probably not. So actually, one thing about this is the Lego Chatacabra is actually a bit too big, which you'll see when we get into the human comparison. But here we have it next to the Hammond Collection Metriacanthosaurus. You can see Metri is a bit bigger, as he should be. Obviously, Chatacabra is a relatively small monster. Metriacanthosaurus is a relatively medium-sized dinosaur. Now, here's where the comparisons are gonna start to be a little nonsensical, but it's not to scale with them, of course, so it doesn't really matter. But if you want to have them on your shelf, he'll look good with them either way. So here we have him next to the SH Monster Arts Furious Rajang, which, as you'll notice by their stance, they do use the same animation skeleton, as I mentioned earlier. Little monkey frog and monkey. Bull monkey, actually, if you see the horns. But they look pretty good together as well. So if you've got a collection of SH Monster Arts Monster Hunter, and you want to get some of these, just go ahead and check them on your shelf. They'll look good together, I promise. Next, we have got the Hayatoys Godzilla. Now, he's, of course, a big boy, so he's a bit bigger than Chata, as, you know, he's Godzilla. He should be. But, again, if you've got a shelf of Godzilla figures, which I do, Chatacabra will look good there. He'll look decent. Basically, is what I'm trying to get at is Chatacabra looks pretty good in any collection. Like, but most of these monsters, they kind of just go. And just for funsies, the Lego Creator 3-in-1 T-Rex. So if you've got this guy, want to, you know, make him fight Chatacabra, it'll be pretty fun. Alright, and for our final size comparison, here we have Chatacabra next to a hunter/human. They're called hunters in Monster Hunter, obviously. So, actually Chatacabra is kind of way oversized compared to his in-game counterpart. In-game, you stand about to his shoulder, and as you can see by this, bit itty-bitty. Chatacabra could probably eat this guy for breakfast if he really wanted to. And with all that said, I give Chatacabra a solid 4 out of 5 stars. videos because he looks great. He looks fun. The instructions, which I will leave a link to his Patreon down below, obviously, because I'm not just going to steal his credit. These were not made by me. I need to preface. I did not make this. This is not an official Lego set, nor is this made by me. This is made by the awesome, talented PikminJake over on Patreon. He's on Twitter as well. Go check him out. You'll be incredibly happy with what you see. It's like $6 a month, I think, and you get access to this. This guy actually, I believe his instructions are free, but you get access to literally hundreds of monster instructions. I'm sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Anyway, 4 out of 5 stars because looks incredible, fun build, relatively cheap. So this guy ran me around $70 on Bricklink, which is the only way to buy them. You'll get the instructions from Patreon, and then there is a pinned post at the top of Patreon telling you how to download the instructions. Basically, it's going to give you an XML file. If you know, the video will explain it all. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain it to you. Basically, you put it into a wanted list on Bricklink, and you buy the parts. This guy, like I said, was around $70. He's around 600-something pieces, I believe. So it's a pretty fair price. So basically, my only issue with this guy is that he's not very playable, which unfortunately is something I would like. Now, the other guy I showed, that Dodogama fella, super playable. If you wanna play with this guy, go right ahead. Sturdy, fun, love him. Chata is exclusively a display model, though. But I do believe that is all I have to say on this guy. So if you like this video, please, please, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. If I forget to leave a link, please comment. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.